They think I'm smiling because I don't feel pain. That's a lie. I smile because if I stop, everything I've lost will crush me. Listen, this isn't a story about strength. This is a story about getting hit again and again and still standing up. I've been hungry. I've been beaten. I've been helpless. I've watched people I love suffer, while my fists were too weak to change anything. That pain didn't disappear. It stayed. Every scar on my body is a memory that refuses to fade. People ask me why I keep moving forward. They think it's courage. But the truth is darker. I move forward because stopping hurts more. When you lose someone, when you fail them, when your dreams feel heavier than your body, you realize something terrifying. The world doesn't care. It won't slow down for your tears. It won't wait for you to heal. So what do? You either let pain bury you, or you turn it into fuel. I chose fuel. Every punch I've taken, every time I've been knocked to the ground, every moment I thought, maybe I'm not enough, I swallowed it. I didn't become stronger because I wanted to. I became stronger because I had no choice. There were moments when my arms wouldn't move, when my lungs burned, when my heart screamed to quit. And in those moments, I remembered every promise I made. To my friends, to myself, to the kid who looked at the sea and said, I will be free. Freedom isn't given. It's taken. And it hurts. People don't see the nights when doubt whispers louder than hope. They don't see the fear of failing again. They only see the smile. But that smile is built on pain. Pain is proof that I tried. Pain is proof that I fought. Pain is proof that I'm still alive. If I didn't hurt, it would mean nothing mattered. So when the world pushes me down, I don't ask why me. I ask, how much more can I take before I break? And every time, the answer shocks me. I don't break. I bend. I bleed. I scream. But I don't stop. Because my dream is bigger than my pain. Because quitting would betray everyone who believed in me. Because even if my body gives up, my will won't. So let me ask you something. When pain hits you, when life knocks you flat, when everything inside you says give up, do you run from the pain, or do you turn it into fuel? Tell me, will your pain destroy you, or will it make you unstoppable? They laugh when they see you fall. Not because you're weak, but because they're scared you might get back up. I learned that early. Every time I lost, the world reminded me where I stood. Too reckless, too loud, too stupid to survive. But no one asked how heavy the weight was that I was carrying on my back. No one asked what it feels like to chase a dream so big. It makes your chest hurt. They only see the fall. They don't see the fight inside your head. When your body is already finished. There were days when my hands shook, when my legs refused to listen, when every step forward felt like drowning. And still, I walked. Not because I believed I'd win, but because turning back meant losing everything. You think strength is loud. It's not. Real strength is quiet. It's the moment you decide to stand up, when no one is watching. It's choosing pain today, so regret doesn't own you tomorrow. I've been afraid. Afraid of being too late. Afraid of not being enough. Afraid of watching another dream die in front of me. And that fear, it didn't make me run. It chained me to my purpose. Every time I got knocked down, I asked myself one question. If I quit now, will I be able to live with it? And the answer was always the same. No, because quitting doesn't erase pain. It multiplies it. Pain from fighting fades. Pain from giving up rots inside you. That's the difference. I didn't train because I loved suffering. I trained because I hated weakness more. I hated the feeling of being powerless, while people I care about paid the price. So I pushed my limits, until my limits begged me to stop. I broke. I healed. I broke again, and every time, I came back different. Not stronger in my body, stronger in my mind. The mind decides before the body follows. If your mind surrenders, your body never had a chance. That's why I laugh in battle. Not because it's easy, but because fear doesn't control me anymore. I've already faced my worst days. I've already survived what was supposed to end me. So what's one more hit? What's one more scar? Scars don't mean you lost. They mean you paid the price and kept going. The world will test you until it finds your breaking point. Most people break because they're chasing comfort. I'm chasing freedom, and freedom demands pain. So if you're tired, good. If you're hurting, good. It means you're still in the fight. The question isn't, why is this happening to me? The real question is, when life keeps hitting you harder and harder, will you finally stay down? Or will you rise one more time and prove you were never meant to break? Tell me, what are you choosing today? There's a moment no one talks about. Not the fight, not the victory, but the silence right before you give up. That's where most people disappear. They don't lose because they're defeated. They lose because they stop believing they're worth the pain. I've stood in that silence, breathing heavy, vision blurred, heart screaming to quit. And that's when the truth hits you. Pain isn't your enemy. Comfort is. Comfort whispers lies. It tells you to rest forever, to settle, to choose safe instead of right. Pain, on the other hand, only asks one thing. How bad do you want it? Every scar on my body is a memory of a decision to move forward. When moving forward felt impossible, people think I'm fearless. That's wrong. I feel fear every time I step into battle. But I don't let it decide for me. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's choosing your dream, even when fear is screaming. I've lost people, not because I was weak, but because the world doesn't fight fair. Those losses changed me. They carved something into my soul that can never be undone. But instead of breaking me, they became my reason. Every time I throw a punch, I'm fighting for more than myself. I'm fighting for promises made under the open sky. Promises that say, I won't stop, even if it kills me. You don't need talent to keep going. You don't need permission. You need resolve. Resolve is built in the dark, when no one's cheering, when no one believes, when the only voice left is the one in your head asking, is this all you are? And that voice, you must answer it, not with words, with action. One step, one breath, one more try. That's how legends are made, not in a single fight, but in the refusal to quit. after 1,000 defeats. I didn't become strong overnight. I became strong by surviving days I thought would end me, by waking up hurt, and choosing to chase my dream anyway. You think destiny picks favorites? No. Destiny obeys the stubborn. It bows to those who refuse to let go. So if you feel lost, if you feel behind, if you feel like everyone else is ahead, good. That pressure means you're growing. Diamonds aren't made in comfort. They're made under force. And you are being forged right now. The only thing left to decide is this. When your dream demands everything you have, your pride, your comfort, your safety, will you hesitate? Or will you give it all and become the person you were always meant to be? I'm still fighting. The question is, are you? Listen carefully, because this is where weak dreams die. There comes a day when motivation disappears. No music, no hype, no one clapping for you, just exhaustion. Your body hurts. Your mind is tired. Your heart feels empty. And you ask yourself, why am I still doing this? That question is dangerous. Because if your dream is shallow, this is where you quit. But if your dream is real, this is where you transform. I learned something the hard way. You don't chase a dream because it feels good. You chase it because letting go hurts more. I've been knocked down more times than I can count. Face in the dirt, hands shaking, blood mixing with sweat. And every time, the world waited for me to stay down. People love watching you fall. They call it realism. They call it logic. I call it fear. Fear wears many masks. Sometimes it looks like advice. Sometimes it sounds like concern. Sometimes it comes from people who gave up on their own dreams long ago. They'll tell you, be realistic. Know your limits. Not everyone can win. But here's the truth. Limits are invented by people who stopped trying. I don't know how to quit. Not because I'm special, but because quitting was never an option. When everything was taken from me. When the pain was unbearable. When my chest felt like it would explode. I didn't become stronger immediately. I became emptier. And in that emptiness, I found clarity. If I stop here, everything I suffered meant nothing. So I stood up again. Not fast, not heroic. Slow, shaking, but standing. That's real strength. Not the punch, not the victory. The decision to rise, when staying down would be easier. People misunderstand strength. Strength isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself. Real strength is silent. It shows up when no one is watching. It keeps moving. When no one believes, it smiles through pain. Because the dream is bigger than the wound. Every step forward costs something. Comfort, time, relationships, peace. If you want an easy life, stop dreaming. If you want a meaningful life, be ready to bleed for it. I chose my path knowing it would break me before it built me. And I accepted that. Because a life without purpose is worse than any pain. So when you're tired, when you feel like you're carrying everything alone, when your hands feel too weak to hold on to Centua, remember this. You're not failing. You're being tested. And tests don't come to destroy you. They come to reveal who you really are. So tell me, when life pushes you to your knees and whispers, "It is enough," will you agree? Or will you stand up one more time and prove that your dream is stronger than your fear? This is the part no one prepares you for, the part after you stand up. Because standing up once doesn't change your life. Standing up every time does. After the fall, after the pain, after the tears you never showed anyone, life doesn't pause. It keeps coming. Another problem, another loss, another reason to give up. And this is where most people break. Not because they're weak, but because they're tired of being strong. I understand that feeling. The weight on your chest, the constant pressure, the silent question. How long do I have to fight like this? There were nights I stared at the sky, wondering if my dream was mocking me. Every step forward felt like it took everything I had. And still, the finish line never moved closer. That's when I learned something brutal. Progress doesn't always look like winning. Sometimes, progress is just not quitting today. You think heroes are fearless. They're not. They're just people who decided their fear wouldn't decide their future. I've been afraid of losing people, afraid of failing them, afraid that my dream would cost me everything I loved. And the truth is, it did cost me. Dreams demand sacrifices before they give rewards. They take first. They test your loyalty, your patience, your pain tolerance. They ask, do you want this badly enough to suffer in silence? Most people say no. They want success, without the scars. But scars are proof. Proof that you didn't run. Proof that you endured. Proof that you stayed when leaving was easier. Every scar on my body is a promise I kept. A promise to keep moving. Even when hope felt thin, I stopped asking. When it would get easier, I started asking how much stronger I could become. Because the world doesn't reward effort. It rewards endurance. Anyone can start. Very few continue. When the excitement dies, that's where separation happens. That's where legends are born. Not in the spotlight, but in the darkness, where only your will can see. If you're exhausted right now, if your heart feels heavy, if you're questioning everything you started, this isn't the end. This is the filter. This is life asking, are you serious? Or were you just excited? So tell me, when the pain doesn't stop, when progress is invisible, and when quitting would finally bring peace, will you choose comfort? Or will you keep fighting for the dream that refuses to let you go? There comes a point where pain stops shocking you. It becomes familiar. You wake up tired. You move tired. You fight tired. And yet, you move anyway. That's when you stop being ordinary. Because most people run the moment pain becomes routine. They say, this isn't worth it anymore. But I learned something important. If it still hurts, it means you're still in the game. I stopped counting losses. Not because they don't matter, but because counting them weakens you. You don't need reminders of how many times you fell. You need proof that you can get back up again. I've walked forward with broken strength, not healed. Not confident, just moving. That's discipline, not motivation. not hype. Discipline is choosing your dream, even when you feel empty. There were moments I didn't believe in myself. I believed in the promise instead. A promise I made long before the world tried to break me. People think belief is loud. It's not. Belief is quiet. It whispers, just one more step. And sometimes, that's all you have. One more step. I didn't become strong because I never gave up. I became strong because I kept going, even when I wanted to stop. Every enemy I faced reflected a part of me. My doubt, my fear, my limits. And each time I pushed through, those limits cracked, not shattered. Cracked, enough to let light in. That's how growth works. Not sudden, not clean, slow, painful, permanent. I stopped asking the world to be fair. I stopped waiting to be understood. I accepted that this path would be lonely, but loneliness is lighter than regret. Regret weighs forever. So if you're walking alone right now, if no one sees your effort, if your struggle feels invisible, good. That means it's yours, not borrowed, not influenced, earned. And one day, when you stand where others gave up, you'll realize the pain didn't break you, it shaped you. So answer this honestly. When the world stops believing in you, when even you start to doubt, will you walk away quietly, or will you keep moving forward until reality has no choice but to recognize your strength? This is where it ends, not the journey, the excuses. There's nothing left to explain, nothing left to prove, only a choice. By now, you understand something most people never will. Dreams are not meant to be comfortable. They are meant to consume you. They demand your strength, your patience, your pride. And if you hesitate, they move on without you. I stopped waiting for the perfect moment, because perfect moments don't exist. There's only now. Now, when you're tired. Now, when you're scared. Now, when your hands are shaking, but your heart still beats. That's when legends are decided. Not when the odds are fair, but when they are cruel. I didn't survive this long to live a small life. I didn't endure loss, pain, and loneliness just to stop halfway. Every step I took forward was a declaration. I'm still here, and that's enough. You don't need to be fearless. You don't need to be ready. You need to be relentless. Relentless in belief. Relentless in effort. Relentless in standing back up when the world tries to keep you down. Because the truth is simple. The world doesn't remember those who tried. It remembers those who refuse to stop. So if your dream still burns, even as everything else fades, protect it. Fight for it. Bleed for it if you must. Because one day, when you finally stand at the top of the mountain you climbed alone, you won't ask if it was worth it. You'll know. And when that day comes, make sure the world understands one thing clearly. You were never lucky. You were unstoppable. Now tell me, are you going to close this video and stay the same? Or are you about to stand up and chase your dream like it's the only thing that matters?